Good.
All right, Karl, had a good week?
Yeah, not bad.
Have you?
Mm.
Going on holiday now, aren't you?
Well, I will be doing later. Tell you about that later on.
What,
There's a hook.
Can I just check, because there are rules in place, aren't there?
Yeah.
There was a big bust up in the week.
I'm only allowed to wind him up now. I'm not allowed to wind him up socially now. I'm not allowed to... What am I not allowed to do, socially?
I think squeezing the head, socially, has been crossed off.
Right, okay, and I agreed to that, because it got to a head where, you know, Karl was really upset, and he was thinking of just, giving it all in, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Why was that?
Because you were just winding me up too much.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to bring it all up again?
I don't mind. What was I doing?
It was just...
I mean, I should say now that there was a conversation where we were all sort of really walking on eggshells. It was frosty. It was a conference call, and Karl was on one end, and I'll tell you, I was very much a mediator. I was very much a UN mediator.
What do you think of that, Karl?
It was difficult to sort of keep it serious when I'm saying stuff like, I'm sick of you putting a Burger King bag on my head. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's part of me that's like, I can't believe we're doing this.
But what I like about it is that I'm laughing and going, well, I won't do that anymore. And he's going, you can still do it on air. And like today, I came in, I went to squeeze his head, he went at 1 o'clock. I love those rules. Yeah. I love those rules.
Well, between the hours of 1 and 3 on a Saturday, you can squeeze his head, you can put a Burger King back on it.
Wait, it's terrible. Oh dear.
That all started last week as well, really, because I got in a bit earlier to do an edit for you on some track that had swearing in it, right? So I get in early, he comes in, first thing he does is go to sort of squeeze me head. And my reaction was, not now, do it later. As if it's alright to do it later. So that's kind of what made me think this isn't normal.
We should just point out, when we say squeezing your head, what exactly does that mean?
I put my hand on the front. I do 2 experiments, right? One is the side, because you can crush an egg sideways, so I think that's more dangerous. Right. And I actually put my elbows out, and I press like a vice, and I really go for it until it really hurts. And the front one it shouldn't hurt so much, if my experiment's right. I don't know.
Well, it was all this that sort of, built up.
Sure. And the research that you're doing there, Rick, is that going to be available online at some point?
Well, that was the problem. That's what I was saying to him, because it kind of started last week.
Well, it's been going on since we've known you, hasn't it, really?
Yeah, but
I just upped it last week.
It got out of hand a bit.
I upped it to when I think it got to, I had on, Thursday when I filmed it.
That was it, yeah.
That's right,
I brought in a cameraman to film me torturing him, and there was some people from the 6th floor being shown round.
Yeah, some management and that, showing probably clients round, you know, sort of, they've probably been on all the different floors, same what all the different radio stations do. This is XFM, the sort of this sort of noise going on. Yeah. You see them all look down and saying, don't do that, right? Sure. They might want to spend a load of money. Yeah. Right? And he's doing that, he's wrestling with me, he's filming it. So that's when I just thought,
It's mad, isn't it?
And then when we were having the argument on the phone, I was saying, has this been some sort of experiment?
He did, he said that, and of course I lost it. Yeah. But, it's all good now,
Do you want to squeeze his head before we play the next record?
I won't at the moment, because, we've got to get on, it's not right. And that annoyed me as well, because I was, trying to find out where he was going. I was filming him, I was going on waiting for Karl. He told Johnny he's meeting a mate at 6, which annoys me on 2 counts, and I'm just doing it to the camera. So I'm gonna follow him and just turn up and go, alright, where you been? But then when I came in, he went, I'm meeting a mate, and he told me where it was, so I told him that spoils my fun.
Of course. Because you'd want it to just track him down.
I don't want him to like it. Yeah. Which is pulled the rug under my carpet now that he's going to let me do you know what I mean? It's just, it's a little bit annoying.
It's that thing though, you see, this happened years ago to me, right? When, you get pally with someone, and then you wind each other up, and then there comes a time when you just go over the line. Yeah. Right?
What happened?
Well, it was this lad called Antony, right, who was my mate. Yeah. And, we used to sort of always have a little fight in the toilet and that, right? Sure. Punch each other.
No, I want to wipe it.
And the punches, used to get harder and stuff. And then, so he hit me harder. Turned out into a proper fight. Yeah. I chipped his tooth on the sink. Right? Right. This happened at school, and it was time for assembly, and I thought, and he's in the toilet crying. I thought, go to assembly. There's police in there. In the assembly that day, telling people about unnecessary violence.
And you thought they were there for you?
So I'm like, oh no, Antony's going to come in a minute, like crying with all blood coming from his mouth. I'm going to get arrested.
Yeah. Did you go running and sleep?
That was an example of... Yeah. I mean, it kind of happened because I went out with a girl who he fancied.
How old are we now?
About 8 or 9.
I think that's out of order, going out with a mate's girl.
Yeah, but she didn't like him. He had, like, big ears and that. He had no chance, so why should I... No, but do you know what I mean? Alright, I haven't got the looks like I used to.
Sure, when you were 8.
But that's before the stress of, you know, having head squoes and that sort of thing. I have aged a lot.
Having your head squoze.
I love your own grammar.
That's the past tense, is it? Squeeze or to have squozed.
Oh, he did squoze his head.
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.